Hey there, my friend. It's time for our weekly wisdom card draw. This is your time to pause, ground yourself in the moment, connect with your body and soul, reclaim the power you have to create your life in each moment, and commit or recommit to shining your light in the world. I'm going to draw a card from Running Your World, the companion deck to my book, Running the World Marathon Memoirs from the Seven Continents. And each card has a photo from one of the continents on the front and then an inspirational message on the back. So I will read the card twice so you have a chance to absorb it and then hear it again so you don't miss anything. And before I do that, I would like to invite you to let yourself just arrive in this moment. Maybe letting out a big sigh, letting go of anything that came before, letting go of anything that will come after. Just letting yourself be right here, right now. It's so common for the mind to be running off into the future or dwelling on the past and not actually present. So, one of the ways that you can bring your mind back into the present where your body is connecting with your body. So, you can do that by starting with the breath. So, noticing the sensations of the breath as it comes in and the sensations as it goes out. And whatever you feel, this isn't about controlling the breath or trying to change it or fix it. There's nothing wrong with it. This is just about noticing what's already here to be noticed. Because what is in the present moment is not something that needs to be changed necessarily, right? It is all about first bringing attention to it and observation. We tend to skip that part a lot. We totally skip the actual observation and experience of what it is that we are feeling and sensing in our lives and in our bodies. So again, just noticing those sensations of breath, and you can keep your eyes open or closed. No right or wrong way to do this. And maybe you feel the sensations most strongly at the nose, or in the chest, or in the belly area. And wherever you feel it the most strongly, just placing your attention there, noticing the physical sensations. And again, it's not about changing or controlling or fixing anything, just being present with what's here, letting whatever it is be okay. And as you continue to just notice and breathe and be, I'm going to bring the cards to my heart and ask to be guided to the message that most wants to support you today in shining your light in the world. And sending that intention out, I'm going to shuffle the cards. And you can just keep noticing, breathing, being. There's nowhere else to go, nothing else to do, except just letting yourself be right here, right now. Right, and our message for today is presence. Alrighty, so we've got a big giant elephant here. This is from Kenya, and we'll dive into the message. All right, presence. Do you have a dream or several you're longing to manifest? Does it feel like it's taking too long? What if you're so focused on the road ahead in your search for elephants that you're not seeing the elephant standing right beside you? Pause. Deliberately choose to be present. Notice what new awareness emerges. What elements of your dream are already part of your reality? What next step reveals itself? What feels more possible? One of the most powerful gifts presence gives you is the awareness that what you've been chasing is already here. If you constantly look to the future for your sense of happiness or success, you undermine the natural creative power and infinite potential you have to create what you want right now. What's the elephant in your life? Be present. Recognize its presence within you. All right. And just letting that message flow through you. Kind of like we were talking about with the breath earlier. When you are present, you become aware of so much more. Letting go of that constantly needing to seek in the future. Letting yourself again be right here, right now, present in this moment. So whatever is coming up for you is perfectly fine. Letting it be okay. Maybe you're noticing thoughts or emotions or physical sensations. Being curious about what you notice. Not judging anything. Not trying to push anything away or grab on to anything. Just letting it be what it is. Being curious about what it's telling you. Like I said, I am going to read it again. And just as a little backstory, the whole kind of analogy of the elephant in front of you versus the elephant beside you. When we were in Kenya we were, on a little safari looking for elephants. And we were seriously peeling our eyes straight ahead of us, looking for elephants, looking for elephants. And then someone happened to look over and say, look, there's a big one right there. And we literally almost drove right by this elephant without noticing it because we were looking basically only ahead. So if that's not a metaphor for life, I don't know what is. So here we go. We'll read the message of presence again. Do you have a dream or several you're longing to manifest? Does it feel like it's taking too long? What if you're so focused on the road ahead in your search for elephants that you're not seeing the elephant standing right beside you? Pause. Deliberately choose to be present. Notice what new awareness emerges. What elements of your dream are already part of your reality? What next step reveals itself? What feels more possible? One of the most powerful gifts presence gives you is the awareness that what you've been chasing is already here. If you constantly look to the future for your sense of happiness or success, you undermine the natural creative power and infinite potential you have to create what you want right now. What's the elephant in your life? Be present. Recognize its presence within you. All right, and one more time, just letting that message flow through. Noticing if there is a particular part of the message that speaks to you most strongly. Noticing where your attention is gathered. And again, just letting whatever is coming up, whether it's thoughts, physical sensations, emotions, or nothing at all, that's okay too. Just noticing what's coming up, being curious about it, and not judging it. The whole purpose here was a message that wanted to support you in shining your light in the world. So anything that's coming up, perhaps guiding you towards how you can apply this. Or just be present with it, right? It's not always about, furthering our doing, right? It's who are you going to be and how are you going to be showing up in the world? Because this is one of my favorite topics. Shining your light in the world is not about what you do. It's about being you. And being you starts with being present with you. So as you go through your world for the rest of the day, certainly for the rest of the week, notice what comes up as you reflect on presence, on the message of presence, what comes up from you being present, maybe reminding yourself just maybe a couple more times in the day to remember to pause, notice your breath, notice your surroundings. What can you notice in a new way when you bring yourself into the present? Have a wonderful exploration. Thank you for being here. I honor you for taking this time and energy and space for you to nourish and nurture yourself. I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care, my friend.